Hey, less lethal people. How's everybody tonight? So, I've been a little crazy lately with my schedule here, but I found some time today. I'm excited. I just got a new X radar, and this is the yellow one that does up to 698 feet per second. So that's great. It just came in today. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun with the new Salt Supply S2. So I've been fooling around with this for a couple of days now, and it cycles everything beautifully. It cycles chemical rounds, it cycles rubber rounds, and it cycles PVC rounds. I have not done any metal rounds, and I'm not going to. I'm not a big fan of the metal rounds because I don't know if they'll mess up the barrel or anything on this. So I'm just going to stick to PVC nylon or steel coated nylon and rubber. So for my test tonight, I have these Homewreckers. I just got a bunch of them. I've always been a big fan of this company. Now, for some reason, they're not the heaviest ball. They're about 4.5 grams, but they really hit hard. They pack a wallop, and they always do damage when I test them on things. So I got them. They were like 30 bucks, 29 bucks, I think, for 100 of them. So I got a bunch of these. I'm going to weigh them now. I know what they weigh, but I'll just do it again. Okay, so this one's 4.6, 4.6, 4.5, 4.6, 4.6. So they're all weighing in at 4.6, except one that weighed at 4.5. So let's call them 4.5 grams. And the other thing I have here, I have hundreds of these practice rounds, these T4E rubber. They're really hard though. You cannot, they're as hard as the PVC. They have no give in them at all. They are 3 grams exactly. Do another one, 3.1, 3.0, 3.0. So they're about 3 grams each, okay? So one of the things I forgot to tell you in the last video is, even though the magazine holds 5 rounds, you can put it in, take it out. One goes right up into the chamber, and then reload this with the next and have 6 rounds total. For tonight's test, I'm only going to have 5 in here. So we'll start off with this. So what I want to do is I want to see, number one, the numbers on the first 5. We're going to write them down as we do it. And then we're going to continue after that and see how many feet per second you get into the second magazine. I think that would be interesting with one CO2 cartridge. I want to see how much it drops over 2 magazines. So let's get set up here. We have a target there. I'm going to have to drop these down a little bit because it's a little high. The camera's a little higher than the target. I don't want that to affect. I don't want to hit too high. All right, so I'm going to write down the numbers. Then afterwards, we'll do the joule calculation on it. Put these here, get the X radar. I love this X radar. They've been so hard to get. They really have. So first, I'm going to puncture it. It punctures very nicely. Take it off safety. And let's see what we got. .302. First shot was .302. Now these are 4.5 grams. So first shot was .302. And then we'll do the calculations after. .302 is pretty good. 294. 290. So it's dropping a couple of, it's not dropping drastically, not like on the burner. It's going down like it should, gradually and normal, and only like 4 feet per second. Let's see if it goes. Fourth shot. 288. And 280. All right, so we went from 302 down to 280 on the first magazine, on the first 5. So, I'll put it on safe, pop out the magazine. Now, that's what you would get in a self-defense situation if you had to take the first 5 or 6 shots, right? Now, we're gonna fill this up again, but we're gonna keep the same CO2. I'm curious how many shots you get total. Now, me personally, I would not count the second magazine for self-defense. I personally do feel if you are using less lethal and you have to use 2 magazines, you're using the wrong tool for the situation. So, all right, so we're gonna chrono those numbers. We'll plug them into the joule calculator after. But for now, let's finish this off with the next 5. I gotta take it off safety, that would help. 288. Let's that for a few seconds. Went back up to 288. That's a 6 shot. .282. That's the 7 shot. These numbers are great. Just want you to see I knocked my target down, my Kevlar down here. So I gotta put that up for a second. This is an old vest I have from work that expired, so I just took the insert out and used this to shoot. But sometimes it's heavy. So that's a 7 shot. So we have 10 shots total by the time we're done. 7. .278. We got 2 more left. Now we drop 248. That was a major drop. 248. That was on the 9th shot. 9th shot we finally started to drop. Heavy. 204, 10 shots. So you're getting you're gonna get 5, 6, 8 really good shots. And now that would be it for the CO2. So let's go talk about that. And we'll do some numbers while we discuss that. Let's head back over here. All right, so this is beautiful. What a great cap. It's nothing like the Homewrecker caps. The quality and it's smooth as butter. So the marker has to be on safety in order to pop out the magazine. And here are the numbers, and here's what we got. All right, I have my joule calculator here. So we're working with the 4.5 gram. We're gonna say it's 4.5, even though they were 4.6. All right, grams, feet per second. and we started off with 302. So we're talking the first 5 shots, 6 shots, the first magazine, right? For self-defense, 302. Calculate. 19 joules. A little higher, but we're gonna call it 19 joules. So, right out of the box, this is a 19, and you might even get a little higher, you know, it depends on the projectile, you might get playing. So it's around 19, 20 joules. So first shot was 19 joules. Obviously, I'm pretty sure 294 is going to be 18 joules. Yep, 18 joules on the second shot. 290. 17.8, so it's really 18. So again, 17 joules, we'll say. We'll knock it down a little. 288. $17 joules again. So we're staying at some. And then 280. 16 joules. So the first 5 shots you're getting 19 joules, 18, 17, 17, 16. Then it jumps back up to 17 joules for the 6th shot. So you're at a consistent, for your first 6 shots, which would be a magazine plus 1 in the chamber, 5 plus 1. Your high is 19, almost 20. I'm sure it would be 20 with the, you know, it could be on another projectile. Plus I put 4.5 instead of 4.6. So it's 19 and the low is 17. Out of a stock marker, this is amazing. It really is. No modifications, nothing done to it. At those joules, you get hit in the grill with that thing, you're gonna need stitches. It's gonna split your skin open. You know, it's gonna do damage. It's gonna be very, very painful. These Homewreckers are no joke. They're a fantastic round. I absolutely love these things, and for the price, you can't beat how many you get. In fact, I'm gonna try to stock up on them. I wanna have a few hundred of these. They're good with a lot of stuff. You see, for me, I know we all try to do these high joules, but it all depends on you. If you're a person who can't own a firearm or lives in a place that doesn't allow you to have a firearm, then yes, you might want to have something that's extremely high joules. Or if you live in a place where it doesn't allow you to use chemicals, you may want extremely high joules. I don't need to have extremely high joules. I need to have a less lethal option. Lethal, I don't have to worry about. Less lethal, I like this personally, because the state I live in allows both, and it also allows chemicals. And if I have something that shoots, something that only does kinetics and not chemicals, I don't have that versatility that I need. And believe it or not, I even carry this with me on some jobs where they require us to carry the real deal, because I work in one situation where we sometimes have angry protesters and things like that, and kinetics and chemicals would possibly be needed. So this to me is an extremely versatile marker, and this is my new carry. Honestly, I think it's great. I love the fact you're getting 19 joules, 20 joules with these things, and you're able to shoot chemical rounds. Now, let's fool around with these rubber rounds. Now these are 3 grams. I'm gonna load them in. I'm just curious what the feet per second is on this. I need a new CO2. Fire it up. So if you're a person that needs something that shoots really strong kinetics and really good chemical rounds, this is your tool. And I'll tell you, the consistency is amazing. This is where Burners LE failed, because it gave you one wallop of a shot at like 20 something joules, and then it dropped down to whatever lower than an SD. People are having tremendous problems with it. Like 4 people already have posted stuff on YouTube. All right, now these are the rubber balls. They're only 3 grams. Let's see what they're doing. Oh, we gotta take it off safety. That would help. 360. I try to remember these. No, they're not right now. 360. 354. I'll write them down. 360, 354. The first one was 360. The second one was 354. God, my brain forgets things so fast these days. 360, 354. So these are the 3 gram balls. 350. $348. Let's see gas. Man, this gun is great. This marker, I should say. It's not a gun, it's a marker. Okay, let's take it over there and let's crunch some numbers, shall we? I cannot stress to you the importance of less lethal. I feel it's more important actually than lethal. I feel that for both liability, humanitarian reasons, the whole 9 yards, especially in the way we're going today. Somebody said something to me with all this nonsense going on in Texas and the crazy stuff. You know, listen, I think you guys probably know my political views. I'm pretty conservative in my thinking. But the goal is not to, number one, not to critically wound or kill somebody if we don't have to. And number two is to keep ourselves safe legally. And the only way you're going to do that is by having something that's not lethal, that can stop a person. And while some people think you need 50, 60 joules, chemicals are honestly, if you live in a place where you can use chemicals, you don't really got to worry about the stopping power as much. Chemicals are really, with the tear gas rounds that are out there, Duke and a few others, and now you have Mace teaming up with Salt Supply. It's really good. Trust me. There's always going to be your wacky situations where they don't work, but for the most part, if you have one of these, you're in good shape. But again, the thing is the consistency. So let's look here. We won't do all of them. So we're going to lower this down to 3 grams. And what do we start with? 360 feet per second. Yep. Again, you're at 19 joules. Yeah. So this is 19 joules right out of the box. And let's go down 348. We'll see what that low one was. 348. Where's the 16? So we're doing the same thing. 16 and 336. So 334, whatever it was. Okay, it's at 16 joules still. Okay, so on both projectiles, the high was 19 joules and the low was 16. Fantastic. You can't beat that. I used 2 different projectiles, 2 different weights, 1 rubber, 1 PVC, heavy PVC, and pretty much joule-wise the same. The feet per second changed, but the weight changed. So you're at between 19 at the high, 16 at the low. We already know this is the consistency blows the burner away. I mean, this is your, everybody should go out tomorrow and order one. Seriously, if you're looking for a new launcher that you could just, and you don't have to modify it. I'm sure after seeing the 50 caliber one that's similar to this, I have a pretty good idea that this is modifiable and it's not going to be so difficult. But I think you might only get 5 shots out of it with the CO2 cartridge. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Good night.